Welcome back to my channel today. We explore the value of specific coins, the top 3 Washington silver $quarter coins value in today's market. So let's get started. First up, the 1977 Washington silver quarter without a mint mark. You might be wondering, how much could a 1977 quarter be worth today? Well, stick around as we explore its value in today's market and what makes it so special. Let's start by talking about the 1977 Washington quarter in general. The coin features a depiction of George Washington on the obverse, and the reverse shows a majestic eagle. But here's the key thing. 1977 was a year when the US Mint struck regular circulation quarters made of copper nickel, not silver. So why does a 1977 Washington quarter still catch the attention of collectors? You might have noticed there's no mint mark on this particular coin. That's a clue right there, because unlike other years, in 1977, quarters were produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which didn't place a mint mark on their coins. Now, there are no significant variations between a 1977 quarter with or without a mint mark in terms of the coin's basic composition. But let's take a moment to clarify the importance of condition when it comes to value. This 1977 quarter in good condition is what we're focusing on today. Good condition means the coin shows some wear, but the key design elements, like the date, the portrait of Washington, and the eagle are still visible. So, what's it worth? In today's market, a 1977 Washington quarter in good condition typically holds a value of around $4 to $6. Why? Well, it's because the silver content is one of the factors that keeps its value higher than a standard copper-nickel-clad quarter. This quarter contains 90% silver, making it desirable for collectors and silver investors alike. In fact, if you look at the price of silver today, which hovers around $24 to $25 per ounce, the silver content of a 1977 quarter, roughly 0.1808 ounces, gives it a silver melt value of about $4.50 or so, even before factoring in the collective demand. But remember, if the coin is in a higher grade, say from extremely fine to mint state, the price can go up. A well-preserved 1977 quarter could sell for more to the right buyer, and we've seen prices as high as $10 or more for coins in excellent condition. While the 1977 quarter without a mint mark isn't as rare as some other Washington quarters from different years, its value largely depends on the condition and current silver prices. It's a great addition to any collection, especially if you're a fan of US silver coins. So whether you're looking to buy, sell, or just admire this classic piece of American history, always remember, the condition and the silver content are key to its value. If you have one of these quarters lying around, it's definitely worth checking for its condition and current market value. Next up, the 1974 Washington silver quarter without a mint mark, specifically one in extra fine condition. You might be wondering, what's it worth in today's market? Let's break it down. First, let's take a quick look at the 1974 Washington quarter. You'll notice that this coin has a portrait of George Washington on the front and an eagle on the back, typical of all the Washington quarters produced from 1932 to 1998. Now, what makes this 1974 quarter special? Well, unlike quarters made in other years, the 1974 quarters are composed of 90% silver and 10% copper, making them part of the classic silver series. But here's the catch. The 1974 quarter was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, and it was not stamped with a mint mark. This means it's a bit harder to identify, but also makes it interesting for collectors. As we mentioned, quarters from 1974 without a mint mark were struck in Philadelphia. This is a key detail because quarters with a mint mark, such as those from Denver or San Francisco, can sometimes be worth more due to rarity or special design variations. But today, we're focusing on those Philadelphia 1974 quarters that lack a mint mark. Now, the condition of the coin plays a huge role in determining its value. A quarter in extra fine condition is one where the coin shows some light wear, but the key details, like the date, Washington's portrait, and the eagle, are still sharp and clearly visible. Extra fine coins are considered well preserved, with minimal wear on the high points of the coin. So, if you have a 1974 Washington quarter in extra fine condition, how much is it worth today? In today's market, a 1974 Washington quarter in extra fine condition is generally worth around $6 to $8. This value is based on a combination of factors: the silver content, the condition, and the demand from collectors. Now, let's talk about the silver content. A 1974 quarter has about 0.1808 ounces of silver. With the current price of silver sitting around $24 to $25 per ounce, the melt value of the coin is about $4.50 to $5. But the additional premium for the coin's collector appeal can raise the value to $6, $7 or more, especially in extra fine condition. Keep in mind that values can fluctuate based on silver prices and collector demand. If the silver market goes up, so will the value of your 1974 Washington quarter. And if the condition is higher than extra fine, say mint state or uncirculated, you could see prices jumping even higher. So, if you have a 1974 Washington silver quarter in extra fine condition, it's definitely worth holding on to. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, it's a coin that can bring some value, especially if you're looking to complete a set of Washington quarters from the 1970s. Next up, the 1985 Washington silver quarter with a D mint mark. And while this one is in what we'll call dirty condition, there's still some interesting things to consider about its value. Let's dive in. This is a 1985 Washington quarter, and as you can see, it has the familiar portrait of George Washington on the front. Now, here's an important detail. This particular quarter was minted at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the D mint mark right under Washington's neck. Coins minted in Denver are marked with the D mint mark, and they're quite common, especially when compared to those minted in Philadelphia or San Francisco. But before we go deeper, let's talk about something important for collectors: the condition of the coin. As you can see, this quarter is in what we'd call a dirty condition. It's a little grimy, maybe tarnished or showing some wear. While this may not be the best look for a collector's coin, it's important to remember that even coins in less than perfect condition can still have value, especially if they have silver content. This 1985 quarter, like most Washington quarters from 1932 to 1998, is composed of 90% silver. This is a huge factor when determining its value, even when it's in dirty condition. In fact, silver content is a key reason why coins from this era, like this 1985 quarter, are still sought after by collectors and investors. Right now, silver is valued at around $24 to $25 per ounce. A standard Washington quarter, like this 1985 version, contains about 29.8008 ounces of silver. This means the melt value for the silver alone is around $4.50 to $5, almost the same value as the coin's base silver content, regardless of its condition. But of course, the condition plays a role in the collector's market. A quarter like this one, in dirty condition, will likely see a reduced premium over its melt value. In most cases, collectors won't pay extra for a coin that's heavily tarnished or dirty unless it's rare or in a highly sought-after condition. If you find a 1985 quarter in dirty condition, it's not going to fetch a premium price, but it still holds value because of its silver content. Generally, this coin in dirty condition is worth between $4.50 and $6, which accounts for the silver content and the fact that it's still a widely available coin from the 1980s. A quick note about cleaning your coins. While cleaning can make a coin look better, it's important to be careful. Over-cleaning can reduce the value of a coin by scratching or damaging the surface. If you're thinking of cleaning a coin, make sure you're doing it with the right tools and methods, or just leave it as is. For a corner in dirty condition like this one, the value really depends on the current market for silver and the demand for Washington quarters from this era. But in general, don't expect a huge premium for a coin like this unless it's in pristine, uncirculated condition. Even with a little dirt and tarnish, your 1985 Washington silver quarter with a D mint mark still has value, primarily due to its silver content. So, if you've got one of these in your collection, don't write it off, especially if you're keeping an eye on silver prices, which could give this coin a little boost in value down the road. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more coin collecting content. See you and next time. Happy collecting!